You're listening to Soundside. I'm Libby Denkman. Well, it has been so nice being back behind the microphone this week after I took a little time off. We've got Thanksgiving ahead of us, and since we won't have a show next Thursday on Turkey Day, Soundside producer Jason Megatron Burrows is doing double duty this week with an extra large helping of Weekend Warmup. Take it away, Jason.
Thank you, Libby, and welcome to the Weekend Warmup. Now, we've got a double dose of weekend action coming at you this week, but let's start with some of the things that you could be doing this weekend. First up, we've got the Seattle Christmas Market. I know. Hear me out. We've only got 2 Christmas-themed events this week. The Seattle Christmas Market opens on Thursday and runs through Christmas Eve at Seattle Center. And it's your one-stop shop for all things Christmas. There are more than 80 vendors offering both food and decor. And if you live nearby like I do, you can get a season pass for $35 that gives you unlimited access. It opens at 4 p.m. on weekdays, 11:30 a.m. on weekends, and closes at 9:30 every evening, down at Fisher Pavilion at Seattle Center. Next, out in Ballard, the National Nordic Museum is hosting Yule Fest this Saturday and Sunday with a 21 and over night market on Friday. Yule Fest is billed as an authentic Nordic holiday experience with unique treats like Abelskiver, live music, and a ton of stalls with Scandinavian gifts, treats, and apparel. The night market on Friday evening is adults only, and your ticket includes access to the festival on Saturday and Sunday, too. Yule Fest takes place from 5 till 9 on Friday night, then 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday at the National Nordic Museum in Ballard. All right, that is it for Christmas-themed events, but that's not it for large booth-based gatherings. So if you're up for craft fairs with a bit of a wild side to them, might I offer the Renegade Craft Fair at Hangar 30 at Magnuson Park. 182 vendors will have all sorts of stuff to peruse, from candles to ceramics to one of my favorite subversive cross-stitch pattern makers, Junebug and Darlin. Seriously, where else can you find a pattern for a cross-stitch that says this The Renegade Craft Fair opens at 11 and closes at 5 both Saturday and Sunday out at Magnuson Park. Now, if you're a ski buff itching for the season to begin, or if you're just someone who likes really intense filmmaking, boy, do I have an event for you. Warren Miller's Snowciety is screening at McCaw Hall on Saturday evening. If you aren't familiar, Warren Miller was a renowned ski movie director who started making movies back in 1950, and his team has made a new movie every year since then. You've got 2 chances to see it at 4 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. on Saturday at McCaw Hall. And in case you're trying to Google it, neither of those words are spelled like you think they are. It's S-N-O-Ciety. You know what? Just head to the show notes. I'll have it spelled out for you there. Finally, for this weekend, we've got local rock legends Heart. They are taking over Climate Pledge Arena on Sunday, and there are still a handful of really great seats left. Doors are at 6, and the show starts at 7.
Ooh, Barracuda.
Now, let's look at next weekend, since we're not going to be on the air for Thanksgiving. In addition to all of the family fun and tryptophan-induced napping that the 4-day weekend promises, we've also got sports. Friday the 28th is the home opener for women's professional hockey, as the Seattle Torrent hosts the reigning Walter Cup champions, the Minnesota Frost. Doors are at 11:30 a.m. and the game starts at 1 at Climate Pledge Arena. In college football, the Huskies are hosting the Oregon Ducks at Husky Stadium on Saturday afternoon. Time to be announced. The Seattle Kraken take on the Edmonton Oilers at 4 p.m. on Saturday the 29th at Climate Pledge Arena. The Seahawks are at home versus the Minnesota Vikings at Lumen Field on Sunday the 30th. Kickoff is at 1:05 p.m. And finally, the Seattle Marathon is Sunday the 30th. The half marathon starts at 7 a.m. and the full marathon starts at 7:30 just outside of Mopop. All right, that is a lot of sports next weekend, but for those less athletically inclined, there is also a little craft fair action too. The Geek Craft Expo is taking over Hangar 30 at Magnuson Park with a pre-show shopping opportunity Friday the 28th from 6 until 9 p.m. and the main show opening from 10 until 5 on Saturday and 10 until 4 on Sunday. And if you'd rather peruse native arts and crafts, the Duwamish Tribe in South Seattle is hosting their November art market at the Duwamish Longhouse and Cultural Center. That's happening from 10 until 5, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 28th through the 30th. And that is it for both this weekend and next weekend. As usual, we will have links to all of these events at KUOW.org/Soundside, and you can find even more events by checking out KUOW's podcast, Meet Me Here. If you would like to suggest an event for future installments of the segment, shoot me an email, arts@KUOW.org. Thank you for listening to Soundside. I'm Jason Megatron Burrows, and that's what you could be doing this weekend and next weekend.
Thanks for listening to Soundside. And hey, this show is only possible because listeners support us. If you are able to give right now, check out the show notes for a link to donate. And don't forget, you can listen live on KUOW 94.9 FM Seattle at noon and 8 p.m., Monday through Thursday, or anytime online at KUOW.org.